Alright, today we are going to do a review of my custom Caterpillar 330B L Excavator that has obviously been weathered. This is probably one of my favorite custom models and has definitely been made famous through my dioramas. I made it about 2.5, 3 years ago, I believe now, and it's always changing and has definitely gained some weathering over the time. It's not probably one of the best built custom models I have. But it's probably one of my favorite custom models just because it's got good functionality and it's one really dirty, old, worn out excavator. So we'll go ahead and start it with the top of the car body here. As you can see, we've got I started out with the 345B material handler, cut down the engine compartment a little bit, and did some other modifications to make it look more like a 330B on top. Coming around to the rear, counterweight's been used to do some bulldozing, obviously. Probably a little too much. And it's definitely got some scrapes, rust, and dirt accumulated on there. Coming to this side, it used to have the 330BL decals on the side, but they have long since worn off and been scratched up. As you can see, we've got some other minor cosmetic scrapes to this paint decal. Made the handrail a little rusty here. I don't know if you can see that or not. Maybe. And then, of course, up here to this, added some more rust and whatnot. Coming around to the other side. One decal has survived on here. This Caterpillar decal is still hanging on. And we've got some more weathering here. Plenty of brushes. As you can see, you want to make sure that when you weather a counterweight, let's say, that you take your sandpaper and just work in a manner as if the machine was actually scraping up against a pile of dirt. So the highly extended points like that corner right there will get a little more wear than right here in the middle. The cab is the one from the 345 material handler, of course, and it has basic detailing, and the windows have been scraped up a little bit, and of course there's some more dirt and rust. The undercarriage, does still have the rubber tracks, which I can't really weather that well, since no paint sticks to them, but the undercarriage frame looks good, and the rubber tracks will weather a little bit more when they go into the diorama. As you can see, the frame has some definite wear and tear and dirt and rust and all the usual things that come along with the excavator as it works. I weathered this machine to look like it's at about 15,000 hours of service, so it's been in the field a long time and has never had a bath and never been cleaned up at all. Moving on to the boom here. The boom is off of the Norscot 385 CL and 1/64th. I modified the decal to make it look more like a 330 BLs with the red pinstripe. And we've got some more grease here that's been neglected to have cleaned up. And we got some real minor leaks in the hydraulic system everywhere. Coming to the other side, definitely have some pin grease that's never been cleaned up here on the arm. Pretty typical of many excavators to see that. And some more grease. I did custom build the hydraulic lines running up the boom here. Just made out of some, I believe it was 20 gauge wire, I think. And coming to the bucket here, of course it's the bucket from the 385. I added a little bit of a weld-on plate, so the operator can get can pull a nice even grade with the bucket when he's grading. This is fairly common among sewer and water contractors. As you can see, when the bucket pulls along the ground here, it makes nice even contact with the surface. I'm getting to the functionality of this model. The boom goes all the way out, just like on the 385 CL. Comes Comes in a fair ways. And the bucket comes all the way out. And can come in a great deal. I really like that amount of it. All the cylinders are excellent on this model. And the boom goes up all the way. Nice high angle. And then it can also come down a fair amount. It doesn't go down probably as far as I'd like. I have not bothered to cut the cylinders on this model just because it doesn't allow for that. So that's its maximum digging depth. And in inches, go ahead and get a measurement on that. And as you can see there, we are about 3¼ inches, I'd say, for digging depth, which isn't bad. I mean, it's not very realistic, but it does well for dioramas. This is one of my earlier customs. I'm very proud of it. If you want to build one, it's not a super hard custom to do. There is a little bit of cutting around the top here for the engine compartment. But all in all, it's not too bad, and of course it has my typical weathering techniques. That is the overview of the 330VL that I have. Stay tuned for more customs and more model reviews, and for the weekly tip and trick. Anyway, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and thanks for watching.